Hello, Smartpreneurs. Welcome to another impactful session of the Seller Smart Incubation Program. I'm thrilled to have you here once again, showing up with commitment and purpose to your entrepreneurial journey. Today's session is particularly impactful and essential for every business owner learning how to pitch your business to investors. Yesterday, we learned on how to access funding for our business, and today we are going to be delving deeper to learn how to effectively communicate the value of your business to investors. So, in this session, get ready to learn practical strategies on how to effectively communicate your business value in a compelling way to access fundings for investment for your business, whether it's for partnerships, or you want to access business grants, or you want to access whatever form of funding for your business. Learning how to communicate your business value in a compelling way is very, very essential for your business. So I welcome you, and I'm glad to welcome and have Dr. Tino Smith join us once again to share to take us through this session on how to pitch your business to investors. So let's welcome Dr. Tino Smith once again. We are glad to have you here, ma. Welcome. Good
Good
evening.
afternoon. Good afternoon. Thank you for having me once again. It's a pleasure to be here once again. I hope we took something tangible away yesterday. And so today we're going to be diving into the topic of pitching your business to investors, because I believe that that is where this training is going to end up eventually. We want to all, I'm sure all of us are hoping that we'll be able to, get the grants that is attached to this training program. So I wish everybody best of luck, and I pray that even if you don't get the grant, just know that this training you've gotten is gold. It's going to push you one step ahead. Most times, some businesses actually need training. It's not money they need yet. It's training. When they get the training, then they'll be able to repackage themselves, and then they'll be able to get the funding. So whichever stage you are in, I just want you to know that you're in for a good turn and a good place. You're in a good place. So today we are looking at pitching your business to investors. So we always call pitching. I always say is the heart of pitching, because when it comes to pitching, it's not everybody that knows how to do it. But I would advise you today, if you are planning to pitch your business, you should always go to YouTube and check those who have. There are a lot of videos on YouTube where you see people pitch physically their businesses. Watch programs like Shark Tank and different ones like that, where you see people pitch their businesses. It will help you to be able to know how to put your words together, and then practice. Practice makes you perfect. It makes you better, gives you confidence in being able to share your story, share your business journey and all that, so that you would be able to get the attention of investors. So that's my advice for you today. If you are planning to ever pitch your business, always make sure that you practice. You can stand in front of your mirror, practice in front of mirror, see your features, see the way your facial expression and everything. So the more you do it, the better you become. So let's go into our topic for today: pitching your business to investors. A business pitch is a concise presentation of your business idea. It captures the story behind your brand, which must connect emotionally with your investors. It must be delivered with confidence and clarity of purpose and vision. For the purpose of pitching effectively, you must create a pitch deck. So, when it comes to pitching your business, what they want to know, what investors want to see, they want to understand is, what is this business? Who is behind this business? And what value is this business bringing to the table? That is who is the target audience? What is the viability of this business? I mean, is it something that can bring in money, or is not? Is something that cannot bring in money? They want to know. So that's the question they want to see. What is your market strategy? What is the size of your market? Everything. That's what they want to know. So when you are coming to stand before an investor, you are telling the story of your business. You are sharing where you are. For instance, if you have done your business for 1 or 2 years, they want to see the traction. How far have you gone? How much is your turnover? What have you been able to make up to this point? So if I give you money, if I've been let's assume that your turnover for every year annually has been 5 million. If I give you, maybe I'm going to invest like another 2.5 million to your business, I want to know how this 2.5 million will impact the business, and then what will be the traction in the next maybe 2 to 3 years after you've gotten it. So it's very, very important to be able to tell the story of your business and tell it confidently with all your numbers in place, with all the achievements and everything you've been able to in place. So a pitch deck is like a pictorial format of your business plan. It must show your traction and understanding of your number. So pitch deck is different from business plan, because the normal business plan we have is usually text. We don't put pictures in them. You just text. You just write a lot of text. But when it comes to pitch deck, they want to see pictures. They want to see it, like for instance, the pictures of your product will be in the pitch deck. They want to see physical pictures of your product, as in pictures of your product. Then everything has to be beautifully done, and so that it will just capture everything in your business in a little summary that they can quickly run through. Because if it's a business plan, that one takes maybe, some at times some business plans could take, if you do it voluminously, it could take maybe 15 pages, 17 pages, 20 pages, depending on what you are writing. But when it comes to pitch deck, it's just few, it's like that you are doing PowerPoint. It's like a PowerPoint presentation, and you just have maybe, like, because you're going to speak at times, some investors might not give you more than 1 minute, 2 minutes to talk. So if you have 1 to 2 minutes, the max you can have is 5 minutes. So if you have 5 minutes and you have like 20 slides, you can never finish it. I've pitched before that I couldn't finish my pitch because the slides were too many. So you would reduce the slides, maybe like 10 slides, and it helps you to be able to tell the story of your business. So like I said, it's a pictorial format of your business plan. It must show your traction and understanding of your numbers. So let's move on. So let's quickly look at the investors that we are pitching to. I said it yesterday, I'm repeating it again. We have the angel investors. For instance, like TEF, that's Tony Elumelu Foundation, is like an angel investor. They give grants. They don't ask for returns. They don't add any increase on the money. They just want to see that you have traction and use the money well. Venture capitalists like Shark Tanks. I think we have a few of them in Nigeria too. I can't remember what they call some of the ones in Nigeria. So we have them too. You can decide to go there and go and tell them that this is what my business is worth, and this is what I want to bring as equity to the business. And they say, okay, we'll take 20% of your business and then we'll give you this amount. So that's venture capitalists. Then we have the government like SMIDA. They give grants, they give loans, to businesses to grow their businesses. Then we have financial institutions like BOI, that's Bank of Industry. They are also those are investors, and that you could get loans from also. And then different banks, all our banks, the investments and grants, loans and equity, that's what they do. So all these investors, is either they are giving you a grant, they are giving you a loan, or it's going to be an equity investment, which means you are going to, part of your business will be given away to them, then they will in turn give you money for moving the business forward. So that is how it is. So, but this one that we are doing now is going to be like angel investors, because that's what Seller Smart is bringing on board. They're going to be giving you grants, and they're not asking you to bring, they're not putting any interest on the money, and they just want to see the business grow. They want you to, whoever is going to get it will have the money will impact his or her business. So that's it. So let's move on. So now the pitch itself. Let's now look at the body of the pitch itself. What are the things that are supposed to be your pitch when you're preparing it? So when you start pitching, number one, you have to introduce the brand. That's the first thing, because you can't start talking anything without brand introduction. You have to say, my name is so and so, the name of this brand is so and so. What type of brand are you? We are maybe like Afrocentric wear producer, or we are children's wear, blah blah blah. You have to explain the type of brand you are, or maybe you are a tech company, whatever it is you are doing, you have to introduce it. So this should capture your vision and mission statement. You must craft your vision and mission statement as a brand. It is the roadmap for your business, and it defines your why and the essence of the brand. It also differentiates you from your competitors. It answers your why, your what, your who, your where, and when. It must not be more than a sentence. So when you are saying this, it has to be short. Your brand, your brand introduction should be short. My name is so and so, and this our business vision and mission is blah 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 blah. It must be very short, in a way that when you say it to them, they understand straight that, okay, this is what this business does, and this is what they bring to the market. That's all. Then the next one after that, when you are sharing your story, you have to be able to start with a compelling story. So at times when you start your pitch, you can just tell the story of how the business started. What made you to decide to solve this particular problem that you have identified. Okay, start with a compelling story. What inspired you to do what you are doing? Connect emotionally with investors. Before they give you anything, they want to be sure. You have to tell them why you started the business. For instance, you could say that, oh, maybe you noticed that people are suffering in a particular way. They couldn't get a particular product. It's always difficult for them to do this, and I decided that I'm going to do this to solve this problem and all that. It could be maybe like a fashion designer says, oh, there is I'm a sustainable fashion brand, and I noticed that waste is all over the place, blocking our sewage system, blocking this, blocking that, and I decided that I'm going to use the waste product to now produce so that I can solve the problem of waste in Nigeria and all that. So they want to know why you have started. Why have you started this business? What is the problem that you saw that you decided to start? It's very important in the whole equation of your pitch, because that is the why of the business. That's why you started. So you have to be able to tell it in a way that immediately from the beginning you capture the attention of the investors. That's what they want to know. You capture their emotions. They want to know, oh, this sounds like a good idea. This is going to solve a lot of problems in Nigeria. They want to feel you. They want to see you. So it's not that I just started business to make money. Why did you start? What did you see? What made you want to launch this business? Very, very important. So every time you want to, they always ask you a question: what is your brand story? If I ask you today, and that is what I meant by telling a compelling story. What is that your brand story? Like if I say, why did you start this business? You must be able to tell me, oh, there's a lady I asked her, I said, why did you start a business? She said, oh, it's anger that made her start a fashion business. She said every time she goes to the tailor, when they sew for her, her factory is always, we always have error. Something will shall be wrong. It's not be okay. She said, I think I have to go and learn this thing. Because people don't bring out excellent things. She's looking for excellence, but she can't. She said, okay, I think I can do this. She now went to go and learn how to sew, and that launched her business, and she has started, making clothes for people. So you must have something that pushed you to go and, start that business. What is it that you saw that made you? So if you don't have a brand story today, go and sit down and think about it before you start pitching. Tell them the reason you are starting this business, the reason you started, this business. So like I said, start with a compelling story that will catch the emotions of the investors. Then define the pain point of your target audience and the problems you are solving. I've said that. So let them know that this is why you are doing this. This is the problem you are solving, bringing to the market. You have identified a problem, and I'm bringing the solution to the market. So present the solution to them. That's number 3. Present your product and service as the clear answer to the problem you have identified. How does this product and service you are bringing to the market solve the problem? So they want to know. That just is in simple way. This is the problem, this is the solution I'm bringing, and this product that I'm producing is going to do this, or this service that I'm rendering is going to do this. Simple. There's no long story about it. Just make it short and precise. The next one is market opportunities. Before anybody gives you money, that's number 4. This answers the viability of your market. Is your market big enough? Will it bring good returns on investment? Will you have enough customers? Those are the questions they want to see when you're answering. That market opportunities. So you need to be able to understand the market you are playing. A lot of people are in a particular sector or the market, but they don't even understand the market. So you must know, is your market big enough? And you can't answer that question except you are able to study your market. You know the data of your industry. For instance, if you're in fashion, what is the whole fashion industry worth as a whole? What is the percentage? How many billion does it, or trillion does the fashion market, does it worth? You must be able to answer. For instance, they could ask you, the investor can ask you as they are pitching and everything, they ask you, okay, your market, for your market opportunities, what is the size of your market? Then you now be looking, you can't answer. Then they know that you don't know anything about the industry you are in. So for you to be able to, because they can ask you any question from anywhere, after doing the pitching, they can just bring any question from any angle. So you must be able to know the size of your market. Go and do research. What is the size of my market? The sector I'm playing in. How big are we globally? Yes. Then how big are we in the African fashion? How big is it? I'm using fashion because I'm a fashion designer, but you can always, take it to your own industry, and it's the same thing. It's business principle, and it cuts across everything. So what is the size of the global market? You answer that. What is the size of the size of fashion in Africa? Then you answer that. Then what is the size of fashion in Nigeria? where you are living, where you are doing business. You must know it, because anybody can ask you anything, and if you can't answer, that shows that you don't understand your market. So these answers how viable your business is. They want to see if they give you money. Is it a market that will bring you money? If they invest in you, would the market turnover be worth it? Is it something that have enough customers that you can, get enough customers that will give you return on your investment? Those are the questions they want to, see. Then the next continue says investor wants to know the size of your market. I've said that industry data and your market share. Then you have to know your own market share. Well, after you have done all the data, the global market, the African market, then the Nigerian market, then your own data, your personal data, in your picture of everything. What percentage does your business have in the market share? Is it 0.00 something? You have to be able to know. It's data. You must be able to answer that question. Okay. So there's something we call what I'm explaining to you about market opportunities. Let me quickly go through it. I won't go too far, just a little. There's something we call TAM. It means the TAM. TAM means total addressable market. That is the global market. When you see the word TAM, it means TAM. That is total addressable market of your industry. Then you will see the next one. You will see is SAM. SAM, serviceable addressable market. That means the one that is open to you. You can't do all the global markets. SAM is the whole market of your industry, whether in Nigeria, whether in African region, whether everywhere all together. That is SAM. Then the SAM is your serviceable addressable market. That is what is open to you that you can do. Maybe African market that is open to you that you can also leverage on. If your business is still small and you cannot go international yet, you can say, okay, SAM is my maybe like regional business and my regional market and all that, like Africa. Then we have the SOM. That is your serviceable addressable market. That is the one that is open to you as a business owner at your side. That means the size of the market open to your business to serve. So maybe the size of the market that is open to you is Oyo State. You have not even gone outside of, you don't have customers in Lagos, you don't have customers in Southwest. Let's even say Southwest. Not to talk of the north of Nigeria, not to talk of the east of Nigeria. So maybe all you are doing right now is even Ibadan, Oyo State. You have not even gotten to other Southwest like Oyo, Osun, Ogun. All other states like that, you have not been there. The only place you are doing your market right now is the Oyo State. And even inside Oyo State, it's not even, Oyo still have other towns, Ife, everything is there, but the only place you are doing your business now is just Ibadan. So your sum will be Ibadan, because that's where you only do business. So you have to understand all these things. So I said TAM is the total market. The SAM is your serviceable addressable market. That is what is open to you as a business owner. But then your SAM is the one that you have capacity, that your business have capacity to address. So you must be able to explain it. And in data, not just in text. You must be able to say, this is the size that you must be able to get the data, the numbers. This is the size of my TAM. This is the size of my SAM. And then this is the type of my SOM. That is what is open to me as a business owner. So these things are not just straightforward like that. You must know it, because they can ask you and say, what is the size of your market? And you can't answer. Then that's the end. You move, and somebody else that is able to answer will take the trophy. So know all these things. Do research and find out, as you have written it, after this training, go online and go and search for these things I've said, so that you understand them better and you can explain it if you are asked to explain it. Okay? So let's move on. Number 5, the next thing they want to know is your product and services. What are the type of products and services you offer? Describe the different products and services you are offering to your target audience. If you have different ranges of products, attach pictures and describe them and what they do. So if you have products, or if it's service you are rendering, let them know that this is service. Maybe it's training. This is training we do, and this is the type of trainings we have. Maybe you have different trainings for intermediate, advanced class. Explain everything. Let them know that these are the 3 types of trainings we do. This one will take 3 months. This one will take 3 months. So they know that you have products. So, and if it's physical products you have, put the pictures there. We do this, we provide this, we provide this. If it is, let's say you package food, for instance, let's say you package gari, you package different type of food. You explain, we have this product, pictures of the products will be there, and what they do. What do they do for customers? Maybe they are healthy products. You put it there, they are healthy products, and then you let them know who the product is for. Is it for children? Are you doing healthy foods for children, babies from 0 to something, or you are doing for old aged people. You are making healthy food for we are packaging healthy food for aged people. That one will also be there. That we make a special type of cereal for children. We make it from rice or from whatever. So you put it there so that they know that, oh, she has product, he has product, and this is what the product does. So they see the business in the light that, okay, you have something you are bringing to the market. It's not that we can't see it, we don't know what you're offering, and we can't see anything. So when we don't understand what you're offering and we cannot see the impact this product is going to make, nobody's going to invest in your business. They want to see that you have solid product and services. No, number 6, then you describe your business model, because they want to see that there is structure in your business. That's the next thing. Describe your business model. What is your business? Because businesses are divided into different places. So B2C, we have business to customer. We call it B2C. That's letter B, then 2, then C. That is B2C, business to customer. So if you are doing business to customer, that means when you have a product, customer, you engage customers directly. You sell to customers. It can be retail. Maybe it's retail you are doing that. Immediately you produce it, there is a store where people go into and pick it up and buy and all that. So you have relationship with customers. Then we have the B2B. That is maybe it's other businesses you are servicing. You don't actually do business to customers. So maybe for instance, now if I'm making clothes for schools, like uniforms and all that for schools, that means I'm doing B2B. It is not one-on-one business with only one person. No, it's not a working thing. I'm servicing a brand, another business. So we call it business to business. That's B2B. That's letter B, then you have number 2, then you have B. That's B2B. So you have to know the model of your business. What type of model are you running? Is it B2C or B2B? Then we have the B2C, then to B. So some people you could be doing business to customer, and you could also be doing business to business. So my business model does the two. We service brands, bigger brands, and then we do customers. We have a retail store where customers also come in to buy our brand. For instance, now my ready to wear, I have a store where people walk in and they can walk in and pick what they like and pay and go. And then I have one where a big supermarket or a super mall will say, oh, I like this your skirt. Can I have 50 pieces of it in our store? And then I make them and I supply. So that one is not, I'm supplying a bigger brand. So that means it makes it a B2B. I am, maybe like a boutique. Others like 100 or 50 or whatever or 20. So I'm supplying. I'm making delivery to them. It is different from I am doing retail. I'm doing it and people can just call me. Oh, do you have this piece? Can I have one of this? So that's one-on-one. So you must know the different type of businesses you are running. So your model, is it retailing? Are you doing wholesale? What are your distribution channels? How do people get the products? How are they able to access that product that you are selling? They want to know you understand the model of the business. So what's your supply chain like? How do you supply people? Who are the people you are partnering with to sell your product and services? So your model must be clear. What is your business model? Make it clear to them. Everything you are doing, let them understand that you know exactly what you are doing. So let's move on. So number 7 says traction. They want to see your traction. Show evidence of your sales channel. Do you have a sales channel? There's something we call business model canvas. I don't know if you have done it during this training, because it's really important to know it. It's a very important aspect of business plan. It's like a miniature form of your business plan. That is business model canvas. That captures every aspect of your business. And on that canvas, there is a place there that talks about your channels. They want to know that also you have produced this product now. Okay, how are you going to sell it? How have you been selling it? So you have to show us evidence of sales. What's the sales channel? How do you sell them? Is it online that you are doing or offline? Do you have a website or you are selling from Instagram? So they must know. All these things are important. So the productivity, the revenue, how have you been selling? What's the turnover like? They want to know your numbers. How much have you made up to now? That's what I was saying yesterday. You must know your numbers. If I ask you what is your turnover, you must be able to tell me that since January to this time, this is how much I made. And I'm projecting that by the end of the year, I will make this amount. You must be able to answer as a business owner. If you can't answer it, then you have not even, just go to business school. Don't collect this money they want to give you. Just because you need to understand this to be able to manage your finances better. If they fund you and you can't answer all these questions, I can bet you after 12 months, that money will disappear because you can't manage it. It's only the knowledge you have that you can apply. So financial projections. What are the projections for the business? I have made so and so in the last 1 year, 2 years, and I'm projecting that I'm going to be let's say I'm making 5 million my turnover in 2022 was 2.5. in 2023 was maybe 5 million, and in 2024 we made maybe 6 million. Then I'm projecting now in the next 3 years that by the year 2028 or whatever, I will be making so amount. So they know that you understand your business, you understand the traction. How many customers do you have? How many people are buying now? If I ask you now, some people, how many customers do you have? Some people cannot answer that question. They don't know because there's no record of this is my regular customer. They are 5, they are 10, they are 12, they are 20, they are 500. You don't know. So you have to answer that question and know it. How many people are the regular customers that are purchasing from you? What is your customer acquisition plan and your retention? How do you plan to get customer? Is it by doing advert, or you are going to, what exactly is your plan that you want to do? Because they want to see all this traction. Is very, very important. Number of users of your numbers and users of your products and buyers of your products and services. Everything must be clear in your traction. That is this place I'm talking about is the most important after the problem you are solving and the solution you are bringing. And the target audience. In that, I forgot to talk about target audience, because when you are saying you are bringing a solution, you are identifying a problem, you are solving it, then you must be able to tell us the people you are doing it for. Those are the 3 things in that first part I forgot to mention. So problem solving, problem identify, solution, and then the target audience. Who are the people you are making this product for? So we have to know those 3 things from that first part I said. So this one is numbers. They just want to be sure that you understand the way the business runs. Everything. This is how we are selling. This is how money is coming in. This is how much you have made. This is how much you are projecting to make. This is how many customers we have. We have outlets here. They want to know. They want to understand how the business runs and how you are making money. Because if you understand how you are making money, then we'll be confident to say, yeah, we are going to put money in this business. But when we don't understand and everything you have explained is not, we can't get what you are saying properly, nobody's going to invest in your business. I remember sometimes when I did my pitch deck, when I was earlier in my business, I did a pitch deck. So I presented, it wasn't actually a training, because they were teaching us how to do pitch deck. So they said everybody should create one. I created one, and they said we'll all pitch for everybody to see. So I was one of the people that pitched. When I finished, somebody told me that, sorry, I cannot see your value proposition in this thing. That means the value you are bringing to the table is generic. It doesn't even, it's not solid enough. I was wondering, I know what I'm doing in my business, but the investors were saying, even though you have said this is what you are doing, we cannot see the strong value. I have to go back and go and sit down and see, okay, so now what's the problem I identify? How am I going to solve it? And what is this value I'm bringing to the table for these people that are my target audience? I have to go and sit down and break it into smaller parts so that when I'm pitching it, they can see, they can also visualize what I'm saying. They can see the impact this is going to make on my community, on my society, or on the society at large. So very, very important. So this number 7 and that beginning of identifying your problem is the most important part. You must know the problem, the solution, the target audience, and the value you are bringing to the table. Those things, if you can't say it, nobody's going to give you money. Then traction. I said this place, that's what I'm dwelling on it, is where the numbers are, is where they are going to see whether the business is worth investing in. So take your time to do all those places very well. You have to explain so that we would understand. Then strength of your, and continuing that, strength of your capacity for production in numbers. How many products can you make? How many have you been making? What's the capacity of your production? Maybe you are doing 200 pieces, and you are projecting that you are going to, if you get this grant, the grant will allow you to be able to make 500 pieces. So you will tell us, your projection, and how the investment will increase your capacity and traction over time in revenue and market share. So if I get this money, I'm going to be able to, from 200 that I'm doing before, I'll be able to produce 500. And when I do that, then I'll be able to sell at this amount, and then my market share will also increase. So that's what they want to see. So this is the most important part of your pitch. Investors must get clarity of your financial status to be able to invest in your business. Okay, so the next one is marketing and growth strategy. What is your growth plan? How do you intend to capture more market share, revenue forecast, and expansion plan? So what's the growth plan? So if you get the money, where am I going from here? After saying that I will do this, I'll do that. So how many are you planning to expand the business? You are going, the reach of the business. Maybe you are going to move from Oyo State now to Lagos State, or you're going to increase to Ife, or go to Southwest. Let us know how you intend to grow your market. You want to move the market the business forward. You have to know. So what is your plan? What is your growth plan? You must have one. In fact, there are templates for growth plan. That's why I always say everything must be written. You don't have things in your head. You write them down. You take paper and biro, plan set strategic goals, write everything down. That 1 month I want to do this. Before this speech, you should have it. Like this year now, you should have. If I ask you that, where is your goal setting template for this year? You must have one where you have written down that in the next 1 month, every week there must be a goal for every week, because you have to be able to see whether you have scored the goal for this week or not. So if every week you don't have any plan, you just wake up and go to your business and open shop and just expecting customers to come, no, there must be a plan. How do you intend to take more market? How do you intend to acquire more customers? How do you intend to increase sales? You must revenue and all that. How do you intend to do it? So, because you're not the only one in the market, a lot of people are doing what you're doing. So if you don't sit down and plan, you're going to be on one place forever. I have a plan that will move to Lagos last year, that I'm going to open a store, and I did, because it was in my plan. I've written it by so and so time we must open a store. Last year I was working on stores where I can sell my market. I said, okay, we have already acquired maybe like 4 departmental stores that we supply our ready to wear, and I said I must increase that number from 4 to 10. That's a high one I've given myself. Before the year runs out, I want to find other stores that can take my ready to wear. And if they're taking it and reselling it, that means my revenue will also grow. So that's how it is. You can't just be sitting down and expect everything will just work because you are selling. You're not the only one selling what you're selling. So you must be thinking on your feet. You must be, thinking of, how do I grow this? How do I move forward? So your marketing plan is important. Your marketing plan is important. How do I want to increase advertisement? How do I want to increase visibility? How do I want people to see my products? What part of my plan was this year? Okay, I've done a lot of stores now. I'm selling in few stores now. And it's bringing revenue. But I want to also leverage on online. So I said I'm going to go on Jumia. I'm going to go on Sellers Mart. I'm going to go on. That is for my online sales. I want to go on different stores. Jumia. So once Sellers Mart happens, I will be there. Sellers Mart, Jumia. Those are my targets. And Nancy, I pinpoint all the online stores I want to be in. I even have like 2 in Kenya that I want to be on. So you have to do something. Don't just, or else your business will just be ordinary and you cannot compete in the market. When you don't have plans, you must have plans. So what is your growth strategy? It's very important to tell us where you want to take this business to. So then the next one is competitors analysis. You must know your competitor. You are not the only one in the market. So what are they doing right that you can also look at and add to your own? What are they doing wrong? What are the gaps they are leaving that you can use to leverage on and push your own business forward? Some brands are not good online. They are good, or they have good product and everything, but their online is weak. They are not. If you go to their page, you won't see anything. So if you are very good with online, you can leverage on that to compete with them, even though they have products that are more than your own, or plenty products than you. So who are your competitors in your locality? Who are the brands rendering the same service you are rendering, or who are the brands providing alternatives of what you are offering to your target audience? So you have to know. So when they ask who is your competitor and you are not sure, then you are not ready for business. You must know people that are doing the same thing that you are doing. Some that are bigger brands than you, some that are young, they are smaller, your peers are the same, and then smaller brands. You must know them, that they're in your area, your catchment area. What if you ask me now, who are my competitors in your state? I will tell you, because I know them, people that are also offering what I'm offering. And then I know some of their weaknesses, what I'm good at that they are not good at. So I use what I'm good at to leverage growth for my business. Some of them are not good online. They don't post online. They don't have strong online presence. So I use my online presence to push my brand. This gives me leverage over whatever strength they have. So know your strength and your weaknesses of your brand. You will then be able to compete with them. Do a SWOT analysis of your business. That is your strengths, your weaknesses, your opportunities and your threats. You must know it as a business owner. So when you know all that, it helps you to be able to compete, effectively against a competitor. So the next one is your team. Who are the team that are going to be working with you? You explain their roles and what they do for the brand. Why are you the best team for this investment? They want to know who are the people. You tell them we have accountants, we have this, we have that, we have a manager that does this. And if you don't have any, if you are the only one, explain that you are the only one that is doing the business, nobody yet. But let us know what plan you have to bring other people on board, because if your vision is big enough, you can't do it alone. You will still bring people on board. So even if it's 1 or 2, you bring them on board to help you, so that you're not the only one doing the accountant, doing the retailer, doing the everything, marketer and everything together. Even if so, you keep increasing according to your capacity. And times you might not even have to bring them on board as permanent staff. You can outsource. You can bring people that just work for you, like contract staffs, and they go. So if it's contract staff you want, write it there. But I always advise businesses, even if you're not going to have plenty staff, at least with yourself, have one person that can assist you. When you step out of your business, somebody should also be there. You have to travel, somebody should be there that can attend. Don't lock up the place. Have somebody that can be there that can answer questions intelligently, not just put a sales girl there that when they're asking the sales girl what about you, she can't answer, she can't answer any question, then there's a problem. So put somebody there that knows about the business, that can attend to them, that can answer questions, that if you step out, somebody can also be there. That shows that you have a little, at least some form of structure in place. So when the capacity grows, you can increase the number. So let them know the people that will be working with you on your team. And if there are people that you are outsourcing to, maybe an accountant that is not working directly in your business but comes in to help you, put it there. Because my accountant, I don't have one for a very long time that comes sit with us in our office, but we have one that we already have all the things, structure of the finances in place, so we know what to record, what to do. So when they come at the end of the month, the accountant comes and sit down with us, look at our books, help us to make sense of it, and gives us a report for every month that this is how you have done, this is your report card, to know whether we are doing well financially or not. So it's very important. Get a team that will help you, whether outsourced or permanent. Then the last part of the pitch deck is your ask. Don't forget to ask for what you need. How much does the business need, and break down the budget. So this is how much you need. Maybe it's 500,000, it's 1 million, it's 2 million. This is how, then you break it down. This is what we want to use it for. Explain what you want to use it for. Make sure your ask is relatable. Let your ask be relatable to your traction. Because some people, what they've made all in their business, all through their business is just 200,000. Then they will ask you for 2 million. How does that work? How does that work? Because they want to see the traction. So be realistic. Don't go and be asking for something that is not. They know that your capacity cannot even reach that much. If they give you 2 million, you can't manage it well. So ask for something that they know that, oh, from your budget they can see that yes, she needs this money. Let us give it to her. Not the one that you are asking for 5 million and all your turnover they can see is 200,000. It doesn't make sense. Okay, so let it be relatable to what you are asking for. So in conclusion, avoid too much information if you are creating your pitch deck. Use more pictures than text. Practice your pitch continuously to gain confidence. And all I can say to you is that I wish you all the best as you pitch. And I hope what I've said today would inspire you to go and do research, go and understand your business very well, because it's what you understand that you will explain to somebody else. That's what pitching is about. But if you don't understand, you'll not be able to explain it. So it helps you to be able to explain that, oh, this is what this business does, this is how we run, this is the problem we have identified, this is the solution we are bringing, the value we are bringing to the table. There are 3 things that are important. I said your vision statement, your mission statement, and your value proposition. You must sit down and craft it. Craft it, that when they wake you like this, you can answer what is your value proposition. You say, this is my value proposition of my business, this is the vision of my business, this is the mission of my business, this is the size of my market, this is my own market share. All these things, simple things that when they ask you, because you have to speak in 2 minutes and max is 5 minutes. So if you are not able to say all these things in 5 minutes, then you don't understand the business. That's what it means. Thank you very much for listening to me. So I hope if you have any questions, please feel free to ask me. So back to our coordinator. Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you so very much, Ma, for this wonderful session. Right. So a quick question from Tiblis Foods is, what's turnover and how can it be calculated?
What's what?
Turnover and how can it be calculated?
Okay, so your turnover is everything that you made in the whole year, everything that comes in. But you can't calculate if you don't write it down. The first habit is to be writing down what comes in and what goes out, your expenditure and your what comes in, income and expenditure. You have to be writing it. What comes in, what goes out. What as you spend on daily basis to the last kobo, you must be recording it. There must be what you call petty cash book. How much you spent on daily basis on petrol, on this, on that. You buy pin, you write it down. Everything must be captured. So when you're able to do that, you'll be able to see everything. A turnover is what you everything totally. We are not talking about profit yet. Everything that you made in a month, it can be a monthly turnover or yearly and annual turnover. So that is annual turnover will be January to December. Then monthly turnover will be for the month. For instance, for this month now, by the time I do my accounting at the end of this month now, this we have ended now. This is what's it called? We're in May. So I do my accounting every month. So I'm going to say everything that we have spent out, that customers have paid us, money that's coming, that's going out, plus salary that is going out. We calculate everything expenditure and income together, then we know what its turnover is. So they ask me at the end of the year that how much did you make? I could tell them that I made 55 million at the end of this month. That's what came in. So out of that 55 million, now we will now sit down and break it down. What was the expenditure? What was the what how much came in, how much went out? Then we'll be able to now look at how much did I spend on petrol, how much did I spend on, so accountant will do all that. How much did I spend on my fabric, how much did I spend on salary, how much did I spend on maintenance of my generator or petrol, everything will be accounted for. So when we do that, we will now subtract and now look at what your profitability is, because your turnover is not your profit. It is the whole money that came into your business in the whole year. That is turnover. So they will now sit down and make sense of it to let you know that if you did well, by the time they do all the calculation, they will now see whether your overhead was more than your income. Maybe you were spending more than money that costs. But that is the beauty of doing it every month. If you do it every month, you'll be able to see whether your overhead, what you are spending for petrol, salary, all the maintenance in the shop and everything you spend out to buy fabric, to buy this, to buy that, you'll be able now to see whether you are spending more than what is coming in, if they do it on a monthly basis. So if they do that, you know that the best thing is to reduce this overhead. What can we remove from this overhead that will make us, that will reduce the money we are spending now? So is that how you reduce salary, or you reduce how much you're spending on petrol, you look for alternative power supply, anything that will shall make sure that it comes down, because there's no point spending more than you are making. So doing this every month helps you to see whether you are doing well or not. So turnover is total amount that comes in, but now you now sit down and do income and what do you call it, expenditure analysis, and then from there, doing all that, they'll be able to tell you whether you are profitable as a business, or maybe you are breaking even. There is also breaking even point where you have not lose, you have not, you didn't go on red and you didn't go on blue, you are in the middle. You didn't make profits, but you did not fail either. As in, everything is just balance or balance at the end of the year, but there's no profitability. So some people, businesses, I was there for a long time, maybe like 10 years, going like that, even to 15, that I was just breaking even. But eventually, when the business got to a point, we started making profits. So you could be at that point. So not bad if you are on break, but what we don't want to see is your expenditure is more than what is coming in. There is a problem. You have to find a way of either finding more customer, increasing your market, acquiring more customers, expanding your market reach and all that. You have to do all that so that you can get more what do you call it, more income coming in, so that your overhead will also be taken care of. So, or you reduce overhead to balance out your turnover. So that's it. I hope that makes sense to the person that asked the question.
Thank you so very much, Ma. You really broke it down so well. So she also asked that can this turnover be gotten from her business account statement? She
Yeah,
wants to know if the turnover can be gotten from the business account
best
statement.
do not lie. Anything you take in, except you are not very good with keeping your records, as in, I mean, depositing money in the bank. My if anybody pays me now, I don't collect cash from people. And that is the best habit to take. Anybody that wants to pay me, please do a transfer. Let everything enter the bank. So it's easy when all your money goes in and you're not collecting cash from. You know, when you collect cash at times, some of them will not end up going to the bank. Don't spend from your don't spend for your bag. Don't spend from your purse. Don't somebody gave you 50,000, immediately they give you, just go and start buying stuff. No, don't do that. But if you do that, you would never be able to know how much you made. So everything that, even if they give you cash, if somebody pay me 100,000 now and it's cash, I usually I reject it. But if, for instance, people that do training with me, some of them could come with cash, so immediately I call my PA, take it to the bank and go and deposit it, because if it is in my bag, it's possible that they need something. I just put money in my bag and remove it. No. So immediately they give you, let there be deposit in the bank straight, you take it there, so that everything that entered that business that year is inside your account. So it's easy, just do a download of it. In fact, that's what we do every month. We go to the bank and tell the bank to give us statement of account for each month. So once I download, for you can download from your app too. So I download for the month for my app, and that's what I give to my accountant, and they work with it. But if you're somebody that doesn't have habit of putting money in the bank and you're always spending for your bank, you can never know your turnover. So that habit is what we should work on. Everything must go into the bank first before you spend it. Anybody gives you 5,000, don't think 5,000. You just see somebody selling fish and you start buying. No, you don't buy fish, you don't buy anything. You don't buy shoe, you don't buy anything. You just take the money first to the bank. Then you can get it there and now withdraw immediately. But the record must enter the bank before you start spending. Thank you.
Wow. Wow. Thank you so very much, Ma. Like, this is so practical and so very impactful. Like, there's this saying in Yoruba, but I'll try and say interpret it in English, that whatever wisdom that you have gotten now, whatever seed that has been planted into you, it's always very good that you water it and expand on it. What you have learned today is a very, very strategic move for your business. And if you take everything and begin to apply it, I'm sure that in the next 5 to 6 months, your business will not be at the same level it is now. And for those who are ready to pitch for the 2 million naira business grant offered by the Seller Smart Incubation Program, you need to know this thing. You need to begin to sit down with your business and go and learn all these practical strategies and begin to apply them. So there's another question from Joseph Glory, which says, what if in a situation where you are using a personal account to receive payment for your business? How do you separate both?
You can't. You are not. If you are doing that, you can't even do that. No, you can't be using your personal account for business. You are still doing. You are not yet. You are hobby. Your business is still a hobby. You are still playing. You are not. You are not ready. No. But in fact, there are some grants you can win it. If you win it, they will not give you. It like theft. If you win theft, they will not give you the money. They will tell you to go and open a business account. That's where they will drop the money. They will not give you. If you like have 50 million personal account, they won't give you the money. So anybody, any investor that wants to give you money, you don't have business account. They're not. In fact, some that have that will give you in dollars, they will tell you to go and open a USD account before they can drop the money. They will not allow. They won't pay it inside personal account. So you cannot be paying your money, your business money inside your personal account. So if that means you have not opened an account for your business. So register your business. Take your registration certificate to the bank. Go and open a business name account for yourself. Open a business name account for yourself. It's very cheap. I think it's, I don't know, maybe like at most 25,000 now. That's the between 20 and 25,000. You open a business account and take it there. Get your team, take it to the bank. They open it for you. So once you open, start putting your money. So why you're having this training so that you can change. So if you have been collecting business money inside private account, you now know that it is not right. So go and do the right thing. Register your business, or if you have registered it, because I know some people who register it, they will still open that business account and they will still not put money there. They will still be putting it in their personal account. You can't go verify to do that. So if you have opened you have registered your business and you've opened a bank account and you are not using it, you are cheating yourself, because they say you should bring your because there's some people, like when we did Flourish Africa 2 years ago, I was called 2. I told you those are the things they told us. Upload your business account, statement. They said we should upload it. So those who could not get one, everybody that had private account, they just remove them from the race. So all of us that were there, the 200 that won the 2 million, we were the people that had accounts at proper accounting system. They will never give you. If you like, how about the products in all this world? But you don't have record. Nobody's going to give you money. So don't be spent using your private. Separate the two. I told you yesterday, when you are doing it, have your money personal account, pay yourself some money, and whatever your business can afford to pay you. If it's 20,000 every month, 50,000, pay yourself and put it in your private account. But you cannot be going and be taking it. Anything you are spending should be for your business, and you pay yourself a particular amount at the end of the month. Don't just be spending money for personal stuff and just be taking. No, you can't be doing that. If you do that, nobody's going to give you anything. You won't get money. Nobody's going to invest in you, because they know if they give you the money, you are going to waste it. You are going to use it on personal things. You buy shoes, you buy bag, you buy different things. You are not going to use it properly. So please, if you are here this evening and you are listening to me, go and open a business account and use it for that purpose. Separate the two. Let your personal, if people give you money, your uncle, your auntie, let it go into your personal account. And if you want to borrow the business, at times when the business is young and you don't have enough money, but uncle and auntie are giving you money, know that you are borrowing the business. You can say, okay, they gave me this 200,000, it's my uncle that gave me for my business. You can now put it in the business. When the business is now okay, you write it somewhere. I'm borrowing Datina Designs 200,000. When money is now good and doing well, now you can now pull down your 200,000 and pull it out and return it to your private, because that is how we do it. But not that you just be putting your business money. They pay you 50,000 for your business, you put it in your private account. Then you can't have records of it. You can't have records of it. And nobody's going to collect your private account so Seller Smart will not agree that you should go and bring your private account and now want to collect the 2 million. They won't put it there. So you have to go and open a proper account and use it as accordingly. So if you say your business is 3 years now and I say, okay, show me your records, go and download and I can't see anything you've done last year. There's no record for last year. This year too, no record. And you want to collect 2 million, we will not give you. They will not give you because you are not you don't have what it takes to manage the money. So that's it. Thank you very much.
Thank you so very much for saying it as it is, because we need to learn this truth. We are in 2025 and we cannot afford to be doing business the same way that we were doing it last year. Things have to change. And these are just plain truth and open secrets on how to actually access funding for your business. And that's one of the things that has been stopping a lot of businesses from actually accessing funding. So thank you so very much for sharing this. Then there's a last question that we are going to take, and that's going to be the last for this session. And it's saying, how can she develop, or how can I develop a sales target? She needs tips to develop one. How to develop a sales target?
So you're going to sit down and decide that in this year, how many products do I want to sell? If it's a service business, how many people do I want to service? So you have to, from the beginning of the year, you have to have a target. You have to set a target for yourself. That is what we call strategic goal setting. So for my business, how many clothes do I want to sew this year that I've planned? I will sew for, let me say I want to sew for 1,000 people. So from that 1,000 people, I'll say, how do I now get that 1,000 people? What are the things I'm going to do to get that 1,000 people? Am I going to increase my social media visibility? Am I going to go to, I told you some of my own now. That's how I came about my sales target. I said I'm going to increase my visibility online. I'm going to go on some what do you call it, e-commerce websites and sell on Jumia. I checked on Jumia what are the things they sell there that can easily be sold. Okay, let me go and create some things that will be affordable, that will not be too expensive. So the product I will make for that one will be different because I'm targeting a particular. So when I'm targeting, I'm looking at, okay, on this channel, if I said so and so, I'm targeting 50 customers, and if they pay me, I'm looking at how many pieces do I want to sell on that site. Maybe I'm going to sell maybe like 250 in 3 months. That's my target. So it's not that you have done it, but you are setting a target that by the time I sell, so I'm going to sell on Jumia at this. Oh, so let me use Sellers Mart because that's where we are. I'm going to sell on Sellers Mart 250 pieces this month. So when I sell 250 this month, it's going to give me this revenue. So that's how you set sales targets. You have to know how many pieces you want to sell, or if it's a service that you're rendering, maybe a training. How many people do I want to train this year? If it is 1,000, how do I expect to acquire those customers? You write it down. What are the steps I'm going to take to acquire them? How do I want to retain them? So if I sell, if they are 1,000, so maybe you now divide the 1,000 amongst monthly. That 1,000, maybe I'll say, okay, I want to do 100 people per month. So if I do 100 people per month, they will pay me so and so amount. So if I pay me, let's say they are paying, each person is paying 50,000. So times that's 100 people. This is how much it's going to give me. So you'll be able to know what you are projecting for each month. That's how you're going to do. You get it. I hope that makes sense, because it's a class on its own. It's a separate class on its own. So just understand that you have to know the number of people you want to reach out, because the people that will pay. So you have to do the number you want to do. After doing that, how are you going to break it down into that year? Say annually I'm going to do 1,000 people. So my sales target is when I get 100 people, they will pay me 50,000. So 50 times 100 so and so. So in January, this is how much I'm going to make. So that's how you set. So once you have set that target, and maybe you have set 1 million target for yourself for 1 month. So you cannot sit down. You have to find the customer. You have to make sure that they actually register. You have to make sure that they come. You do advert to capture that customer. So that it can give you your target, your sales target at the end of the day. So you understand? So it's a lot. Business is a lot. It's not just opening shop and sitting down waiting for people to come and buy. You can't do that. You have to think of how the money is. You follow the money. You find the job, bringing the money. You have to, and by coming up with ideas, setting your goals, setting your target. What am I going to do differently that will be different this year? So don't just do it the same way, like my sister said, but keep doing the same things and expecting different results. You cannot be doing the same thing and expecting different results. So if you want different results, then you do something different to get different results.
Thank you so very much for telling us that as it is. Like, you've really just opened up as it is. If you are running a business and you are going to be intentional about your business, you have to change your mindset. You have to learn. You have to grow. So there's no shortcuts to success in business. You have to do the work. You have to follow the process. No shortcuts.
There's business money. Come, we teach you how to.
Yes, yes. So she offers business coaching as well. So, and you can also follow her on IG at Tinutemi, and at Datina Designs as well, right? So, and we are still going to share a full profile on the WhatsApp community, so you can always follow her and even gain more access. And she offers business coaching as well. So, because you cannot just be limited to what you are even learning here, what you are learning here already is so robust, but you also need to build on it. So, I just want to congratulate everyone who has really committed to this process, because it actually shows that you are ready to take your business and scale your business in 2025. And I want to bet that before the end of this year, you are going to begin to see the changes once you begin to apply everything that you have learned within the Cellular Smart incubation program. And I just really, really commend your intentionality and really celebrate you, because I know it takes so much for you to keep showing up day in, day out. So thank you so much, Dr. Tinu Smith. This has been amazing. It has been so impactful. And I just love how practical and authentic the message is, that for your business, you need to know how to access funding, and you need to know how to pitch your business to investors. It's not just about just having a good idea or setting up your business. How do you effectively communicate the value that your business carries? You have to have data, you have to have information, you have to know your business. That's exactly what it is. You have to know your competitors, you have to know all these things. This is what makes your business stand out from the next person. So please make sure that you begin to sit down with this information, go back and watch it, and we are still going to send more resources to you as well. We're also going to connect you with Dr. Tinu Smith. And guess what, there are some people who even get the opportunity to be mentored by her. Yes, so watch out for that. We are going to pick some winners who have the opportunity. There's going to be either one or two lucky winners who will have the opportunity to be directly mentored by her. So get ready for that. So thank you so much, my Dr. Tinu Smith. It's been a pleasure having you on board. Thank you so much, man. So we've come to the end of today's training session. It's been so much. We've learned a whole lot already. We've learned a whole lot, and so we are going to be taking this to the next stage. We are almost at the tail end of the Seller Smart incubation program. Wow, it's already week 5, and week 6 is next week. We are ending the Seller Smart incubation program. The training program already is going to be ending by the coming week. That's week 6. So there's so much that has been unveiled and unpacked for you. Like, we've served you a whole meal, right? So please wait there. We are going to be sharing very, very important information in the coming days. So please be on the lookout for that. Check your emails, follow all the messages on our WhatsApp community, so that you don't miss out on any information. And most importantly, ensure that you perform your weekly tasks, because that's what is going to ensure that you get to the leaderboard, the top. You earn a high score on the leaderboard, and you are going to be eligible to be part of the top 5 participants who are going to be eligible to pitch for the 2 million naira business grant. So please take that very, very seriously, because we want to ensure that you are very, very intentional about your business. All right, so see you next week, and enjoy the rest of your day. Make sure that you keep growing, and make sure that you don't relent. Thank you, and God bless.